I married, I wouldn't have remained married because it takes a very different kind of person to put up with all of this.
Life, that's her life, this is my life. And so being able to respect who she is and also respect who I am gave me the opportunity.
After years of Oprah keeping her private life locked down, her close friend Gayle King may have just let something slip, and now people are talking like crazy. The rumor mill is spinning fast, claiming a secret husband situation, and the details being tossed around online are wild enough to make anyone pause and look twice. This all comes right after long-running rumors about Oprah and Gayle's relationship started trending again. For years, both of them have shut down claims that they were anything more than best friends, but the internet hasn't let it go, and Gayle seems fed up with having to explain herself over and over again. Now, some reports are even suggesting she's calling attention to what people describe as Oprah's so-called lavender marriage, which has only added more heat to the situation. At the same time, people point out that Gayle isn't married either, and she did separate from her ex-husband not long after Oprah came into her life, even though they had kids together. It's got folks connecting dots and asking questions like, if 1 + 1 is 2, then what's really going on here? As many already know, Oprah's personal life has been under a microscope for years, especially because she chose not to get married or have children. Early on, some believed her decision was all about protecting her massive wealth.
Gay. What do you say?
Well, I have said we are not gay enough times. I'm not lesbian. I'm not even kinda lesbian. And the reason why it irritates me is because it means that somebody must think I'm lying. That's number one. Number two, why would you want to hide it? That is not the way I run my life.
Where you realize that the Oprah Winfrey show was not the most important thing in your life.
Right.
And so
what is, honey, do you think?
And I also realized that you're the star and that, you know, this is your life and this is what you do, and I support you in that.
I thank you for
And
that.
I think that's the most important.
And honestly, that idea still gets a lot of attention today. People have said it straight up. I wouldn't want someone taking half of my multi-billion-dollar net worth just because he used to be my husband. That's where things start getting really messy. For years, people have been throwing around claims that Oprah might secretly be a lesbian, similar to other big names, and that her bond with Gayle is more than just friendship. The talk about them being in a long-term companionship just refuses to die down, no matter how many times it gets denied. Keep in mind, Oprah and Gayle go way back. They met at a Baltimore news station in the 1980s, and they've been tight ever since. But Oprah choosing not to settle down has only made people question things even more. The rumors got so loud at one point that both Oprah and Gayle had to address everything publicly during an interview with Melinda Gates, trying to clear the air once and for all. You would think that would finally quiet things down, but not even close. Instead, it pushed people to dig even deeper. And that's when attention shifted to Oprah's longtime partner, Stedman Graham. Their relationship isn't hidden, but it is very private. And that mystery keeps people talking. Everyone knows they've been together for decades, yet they've never tied the knot. And that choice has raised plenty of eyebrows. From what's been said, it's not that Stedman didn't want marriage. People believe he was ready for it, even hoping for a full family life. But Oprah simply wasn't interested in going down that road. But Oprah clearly wants something very different. And since Stedman cares deeply about her, many believe he accepted that kind of life too. In an old interview with Piers Morgan, Oprah even explained that the reason their relationship has lasted so long is because they never got married. She made it clear she didn't want a traditional setup where she feels obligated to play a certain role or follow expectations. She also shared that she chose Stedman for a specific reason.
Why I think our friendship has worked is because Gayle is happier, not happy, but happier for me for any kind of success or victory or challenge I get through than I am for myself. And I feel as happy as she does. I can't be happier than she. You cannot, you know, cannot surpass.
You can't out-happy me.
We were gay or
Yes.
that we were, but and listen, we were up against that for forever.
No,
I mean, and people still make
say that.
things.
And I used to say to Oprah, you got to do a show on this because it's hard enough for me to get a date on Saturday night with people thinking we're gay.
Yeah.
Because if we were gay,
Out of all the men in her life, he's the one who truly handled her level of success without feeling intimidated. According to her, others either felt threatened or couldn't deal with the pressure that comes with being in her world, but Stedman stayed steady through it all. And if you really listen to how she talks about their relationship, she always emphasizes that it's not traditional at all. That alone has kept people talking non-stop. Now, online chatter has taken things even further, with some claiming that both Oprah and Stedman are secretly living different personal lives and using their relationship as a cover. People have even labeled it a lavender relationship, while also tying Gayle into the conversation. One comment making rounds says, "Two gays in the closet lying to the public," showing just how intense and dramatic these rumors have become. People online have even pointed out, never seen this sighting of PDA between these two on tape before. Stedman is just a cover, and that kind of comment has only added more noise to the situation. There's a growing crowd claiming Oprah has been putting in extra effort to make the relationship look convincing to the public. They bring up moments like her posting videos of her and Stedman going on walks, calling him baby during interviews, and even talking about how much she enjoys cooking for him. But even with all that, the rumors haven't slowed down at all. If anything, they just keep getting louder. When Stedman himself has been asked about Oprah, he tends to keep things pretty low-key and doesn't go into much detail. Some people listening closely even feel like the way he talks about her sounds more like a deep friendship than a romantic relationship, which only adds more speculation.
Had I married, I wouldn't have remained married because it takes a very different kind of person to put up with all of this. And the reason why this relationship has worked as well as it has is because we each got to define ourselves in it and not in a traditional form. There's nothing about it that's traditional. There's nothing about it that's traditional. Although you would be surprised, since I know you're looking for something, you would be surprised that, the past few days I've been meeting at my house. I would stop in the middle of the meeting, make Stedman dinner, take it to him in his office, and then go back to the meeting. Everybody's like, whoa, look at the little lady in the house.
You see what? You really want to be a nice home bird wife, don't you?
No. That's not what I want to do. I want people who want that for themselves. That's what they should have. But I want to make you a meal when I want to make you a meal. I don't want it to be my responsibility.
At the same time, another narrative floating around claims that if there ever was more to Oprah and Gayle's bond, they wouldn't have revealed it back then anyway. People say the industry climate in those years wasn't welcoming, and being open about that kind of relationship could have seriously affected their careers. Then there's another layer people keep bringing up. Some claim that because Oprah was constantly being asked when she would get married, she allegedly made an arrangement with Stedman to quiet the noise. There are even whispers online saying he benefited from it financially, which has only made the story sound even more dramatic. And people keep pointing back to what happened in Hollywood before, especially with Ellen DeGeneres. When Ellen came out, the backlash was intense, and folks are still talking about how harsh the reaction was at the time. She was in a relationship with Anne Heche, and both of them faced serious public criticism. It got so intense that Anne reportedly started losing roles and major opportunities because of it. At that time, Anne had just secured a big role in the film 6 Days, 7 Nights alongside Harrison Ford. But the controversy nearly cost her everything before filming even fully got going. Reports claim studios were debating whether to replace her entirely, all because of the public reaction. Director Ivan Reitman even warned her privately, telling her to keep her personal life quiet like others had done, or risk being shut out of the industry completely. So now people ask, if you witnessed all of that happening, would you take that same risk? Many say probably not. There's a strong belief in these conversations that staying private may have helped Oprah protect her career and eventually build her massive success. And then there's one more detail that really gets people talking. Some recall Gayle once making a comment about boundaries involving Stedman, and that moment raised eyebrows. People question why something like that would even be said unless there were already concerns behind the scenes, which only adds more mystery to the whole situation. I don't know about you, but that moment really made people stop and look twice. It had some questioning whether their friendship is as perfect as it seems on the surface. Gayle once joked to Oprah, "If you ever catch me and Stedman fooling around, or you catch us in bed, you shouldn't even be mad. You should just say I've lost my mind and take me to the hospital." And that line had people raising eyebrows instantly. On top of that, many are saying it's no shock Gayle seems tired of all the talk about Oprah having a secret husband. She's even admitted before that she's one of the only people in Oprah's life who will actually stand up to her and speak honestly, no matter what. According to Gayle, others around Oprah tend to stay quiet, even in situations where she might be in the wrong, which adds another interesting layer to their dynamic. And that's where things take another turn. because people are now watching every little interaction between them way more closely than before. Every interview, every joke, every side comment, it all gets picked apart like there's some hidden meaning behind it. Some are even saying Gayle's recent energy feels different, like she's no longer interested in brushing things off or staying quiet just to keep the peace. At the same time, Oprah continues to keep her personal life guarded, only showing what she wants the public to see. That balance between being open and still mysterious has only made people more curious, not less. The more she shares small glimpses, the more questions seem to pop up right after.
Chosen to partner with over these years would be a wonderful person to do that with. I think that had we gotten married, we probably would have been divorced by now. And he would agree. I'm not saying that disrespectfully.
Point where you realize that the Oprah Winfrey show was not the most important thing in your life.
Right.
And so
What do you think?
And I also realized that you're the star and that, you know, this is your life and this is what you do, and I support you in that.
I thank you for
And
that.
I think that's the most important.
And let's be real, the internet doesn't forget anything. Old clips, past interviews, and even tiny moments are being brought back and reanalyzed like they just happened yesterday. It's like people are trying to connect every dot possible, whether it makes sense or not. Now, the big question everyone keeps asking is simple. Are these just rumors getting out of control, or is there something deeper that hasn't been fully explained yet? Either way, the conversation isn't slowing down anytime soon. And just when it seems like things might calm down, something else always pops up to keep the conversation alive. Now people are starting to question not just the relationships, but the entire image that's been built over the years. Some are even saying this could be one of the most carefully controlled public personas in entertainment, which only adds more intensity to the speculation. At the same time, others are pushing back hard, saying all of this is just minus reading too deeply into private lives that were never meant to be fully public in the first place. They argue that not every choice needs an explanation, and not every close friendship has a hidden story behind it. Still, the debate keeps going back and forth, and neither side is backing down anytime soon. Every new headline, every resurfaced clip, and every opinion just keeps the spotlight shining even brighter. One thing is clear, though. Whether people believe the rumors or not, Oprah and Gayle's bond continues to have everyone talking, questioning, and watching every move like there's always something more waiting to be uncovered. Now, the conversation is hitting a whole new level because people aren't just talking, they're choosing sides. Some are defending Oprah and Gayle, saying their bond is being misunderstood and turned into something it's not, while others are convinced there's more going on behind the scenes than what's being shown. Supporters argue that a strong friendship doesn't need to fit into anyone else's expectations, and that Oprah has always lived life on her own terms. But critics keep pointing to the same details, saying the patterns, the timing, and the comments just don't add up the way they should. And then there's the social media effect, where every opinion spreads fast and hits even harder. One viral post can flip the narrative overnight, and suddenly everyone is rethinking everything they thought they knew. At this point, it's not even just about facts anymore, it's about perception. People are watching closely, analyzing everything, and forming their own conclusions, whether there's proof or not, and that's what keeps this story alive and louder than ever. People definitely had a lot to say, and some of the comments got real bold. One person said, "Stedman is gay. Black folks don't read nothing. It's common sense. What man dates a woman for over 40 years? While another took a completely different angle, saying, "You know, whatever is going on behind the scenes, it's working for them. It has for decades more power to them and to all y'all's relationships." So yeah, opinions are all over the place. Now it's your turn to speak on it. What do you think about Gayle King possibly exposing something deeper about Oprah's personal life? And do you believe Oprah and Stedman could be covering for each other? Or is this all just talk getting out of control? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more updates or messy stories like this.